Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. Glory, glory, Man United. When the Reds are marching on. Ó yá sọ wípé òkè tá lágbára gùn tó mí ẹlẹ́. Òkè tá lágbára gùn tó ní ẹlẹ́. Òun ni Man United gùn tó wálé pẹ̀lú 3 points. Òkè tá lágbára gùn. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's a victory for Manchester United against Arsenal. Guess where the game took place? At the Emirates, the fortress, the so-called fortress this season, where Arsenal have only conceded just 1 goal in the Premier League. Yes, Manchester United went there and came away with 3 points and 3 goals in that beautiful game of football we saw this night, this Sunday evening from Manchester United. Yes, Carrick Ball is balling. Carrick Ball is balling. Arsenal started the game very conservatively, just passing the ball around very slowly, no goal threat at all to for Manchester United. And eventually, they got their goal after Nkapie swung in the cross towards Saka, and Saka, giving the ball back to Odegaard, who misfired the shot. But then, fortunately for Arsenal, it was a goal for them, courtesy of an own goal from Manchester United defender Lisandro Martinez. Few minutes later, in the 39th minute, Manchester United got an equalizer after Zubimendi looking to play a pass across the goal towards Gabriel Magalhaes, but then it fell, kindly into the feet of Brian Mbeumo. Brian Mbeumo, rounded the goalkeeper, although Raya got a fingertip to it, but the ball was bound to be a goal for Manchester United. And that was Brian Mbeumo's second goal against Arsenal. Ever since he has been playing against Arsenal, that was the second goal against Arsenal. Yes, halftime, parity at halftime, both teams went into the second half, change of tactics. Then a wording from Patrick Dogo after Dogo exchanged passes with Bruno Fernandes, gave Manchester United the lead in that one. And then Arteta brought in 4 subs immediately after that goal in the 58th minute. But then I think that was the undoing of Arsenal. Well, Arsenal got the equalizer late into the game in the 84th minute. But guess what? In the 87th minute, another stunner from Matheus Cunha, took Manchester United back into the 3-2 lead, and then eventual winner in the game, in the final game. So it was a victory for Manchester United this night against Arsenal. Wow, what a performance. Yes, I want to talk about the analysis of the game now. I think Arteta was Arsenal were undid themselves in this one. For the 2 games they've done at home thus far, against Man City, although they were super in that one, but then they got an equalizer. Against Liverpool, they were much more conservative in that one as well, and the game ended 0-0 for them. It felt more like a win for Liverpool in that one. Then against Man United as well, they started very slow. But the main talking point in this one was Arteta. Those 4 subs he brought on after Man United took the lead 2-1. I think those subs, if you ask me, those subs were panic subs, bringing off Odegaard and Zubimendi, and trying to bring in Declan Rice to play deeper. I think, yes, he brought in Merino because of the area threat. He brought in Ben White, he took out Nkapie. What he was relying on was, let me bring on players that are very good in area duets, area ability. Yes, that's why he maintained that kind of formation, bringing Ben White on and shifting Jurgen Timber back to the left back position. Yes, they got the goal in the 84th minute, through Mikel Merino. It was a scramble. It was a scrap goal. But then a goal is a goal, 2-2 to Arsenal. But then bringing Declan Rice to playing deep means Arsenal are now limited in attacking option. We know how dangerous Declan Rice can be at the edge of the box, putting in crosses, playing the shots. It's a very wrong tactics for me, if you ask me, playing Declan Rice deep and only relying. Arsenal have quality in attack. They have Saka, they have Madueke, they have Martinelli, they have Leandro Trossard this night, they have Gyökeres and Gyökeres, and now they only resorted to corner. I think that was their undoing. They had no plan B in this one, and then they got the goal through a scrap, but then it means they had limited options. If they had Declan Rice up front, more closer to the box and the third half of Manchester United, I think they would have created more meaningful chances, and maybe through some outside shots, they could have at least gotten a goal of Manchester United. But then it's victory to Manchester United this night. It's victory to Michael Carrick. Yes, his second game against Arteta, and his He remains unbeaten against Arteta. Mind you, the last time Manchester United won in the Premier League against Arsenal at the Emirates was in 2017-2018 season when Jose Mourinho was in charge. So what do you think? What does this result mean for Arsenal? What does it mean for Manchester United? Manchester United, yes, they have the belief now that they can make it to Europe next season after that wonderful win and drop points by Liverpool. Yes, Chelsea won as well. But then for Arsenal, what does this mean? Will they continue to win? Will they pick themselves over? Many fans doubts are in the hearts of many fans presently. Many fans are already doubting whether they can go on to win any title thus far. A lot of things have been going on the social media, but I believe it's dependent on the charisma of the players and the manager. Will they pick themselves up? Will they just feel, oh, this is just one of the stumble in our ways and should not deter us from getting the title this season? Yes, it's still a long run. It's just the match day 23, 15 more matches to go. Will Manchester City catch up? Will Arsenal win the title outrightly? Yes, let's hear from you. What are your thoughts? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's possible for Manchester United to make top four? And not just talking about European places. I'm not talking about Conference League. I'm not talking about the Europa League. I'm talking about Champions League football. Do you think Manchester United can make it to Champions League football next season? And do you think Arsenal can still go on to win the Premier League title this season? Let's hear for you. Till next time, it's still glory, glory, Manchester United.